Just hours after President Donald Trump tweeted he has COVID-19, Governor Mike Parson posted on social media that he's wishing the president and his wife well, as Governor Mike Parson's isolation is winding down. Lawmakers tell me they're not surprised that Parson or Trump tested positive.
First thought is, oh man, I hope it's okay, but then also not shocked because of the way that they've both been handling the virus.
For more than a week, Governor Mike Parson and his wife Teresa Parson have been in isolation.
I kind of operated under the assumption, that most people will get it at some point. So the fact that he's out and about and around a lot of people, it's not surprising to me.
Democratic Representative Crystal Quaid believes the positive diagnosis could hurt both Trump and Parson's campaign.
To candidates who have not really been taking this seriously, who have been seen without masks, who have been criticized, frankly, about their handling of the coronavirus, then I think that there could be some detriment on the campaign trail.
Governor Parson tweeted he and Teresa join Missourians and the nation in wishing President Trump and the First Lady well as they navigate COVID-19 recovery, writing, "Our prayers are with them always." Republican Senator Cindy O'Laughlin believes the president has done things well during this pandemic.
He has handled it as well as anybody could. I believe that we have governors in every state, and they've been allowed to look at their local conditions and decide what they feel is best for their state.
Quaid hopes this brings a sense of urgency for things like PPE.
Unfortunately, we're not seeing things move rapidly. Maybe now that the president has it and the First Lady has it, we might see some folks take it more seriously.
Both lawmakers agree it's time for Missouri to talk about COVID liability.
They are concerned about possible lawsuits. And I wish we had it done already, but we don't.
I beg the governor to look at the situation at hand, that he is someone who has access to testing on a daily basis. He has access to medicine and doctors that majority of Missourians do not, and he still caught it.
Now, First Lady Teresa Parson's isolation is already over, and the governor's ends on Saturday. They both plan to return to their normal schedules on Monday. As for that first debate between Governor Mike Parson and Nicole Galloway, it has been rescheduled for next Friday. Reporting for our Missouri Capitol Bureau, I'm Emily Manley.